Hello. What's up, guys? How's it going? This is Enrique of Easy Things to Draw. So today I'm going to talk about a kind of an issue, a problem that sometimes people have, and I've had, and everybody I know that draws has had, right? And it's kind of like, what do you do when your drawing's not going so well? What do I do now? What do guys I learned from? What do they do? What are the really kind of masters around art and stuff? What do they do? Everyone's different, right? Everybody's personality type is different, but I'm pretty sure everybody's kind of hit a wall, I'll tell you just exactly what I do. And what I do personally is I don't look at it for a while. Like, I would say I would take a break on it, because you're just beating your head into the wall. You're kind of too subjective. You're too into your drawing, you know what I mean? You don't realize what's objectively wrong with it. I normally just back away from it for half an hour, go do something else, do like a different kind of activity for half an hour, run, something like that to get out of your head, stop thinking so much, and then come back to it, and you might see some really obvious errors to you, like things are a little crooked or something like that. Another thing you could do is, and I know people talked about this, and I've said this in other videos, you could put it in a mirror. Showing it in a mirror kind of gives you this instant objective look at it, because if it's mirrored, it should look about the same, But when you do that, right, it doesn't. I know you guys have done that. You kind of see all these proportional mistakes that you didn't see before. You know what I mean? Because you're not seeing it objectively. Because you're now seeing it a little bit more objectively. The mirror thing is great. I flip it on Photoshop all the time. I'm flipping back and forth when I do digital stuff, or I sometimes will take a photo of my drawing. You know what I mean? On my iPhone. And for whatever reason, when you shrink it down into like a thumbnail, you know what I mean? I see it more objectively when I take a photo of it and just kind of like hold it on my phone. And I'm just like, oh, something's wrong with that. That's how, you kind of back away from it. That's another one. But the most important thing to do, in my opinion, is to stay calm. Just really stay calm. When when you come back, you're like, how am I going to fix that? Just stay calm. That's a big thing. Just stay calm and just kind of continue it. You have all day to work on it. For the most part, right? You have a lot of time to work on it. Just kind of push through. Push through mistakes if you can. Remember why you enjoyed drawing. That's another thing. And I've said this in other videos. I've said that exact same thing in other videos. Remember why it was you started drawing. It's not a big deal. You just start to kind of chip back at it again. If it's still not going your direction, you might not just be at that level yet or something like that. But you'll get there. You know what I mean? But kind of pushing through mistakes is a big way to learn. Big time. You'll learn big time by pushing through mistakes. Also, I do want to say this, it's funny. I want to say the main reason why I made this video. When you're drawing something, there's a good chance about 60% through your drawing, let's say. 60% through your drawing, it's going to look like poop, right? Sometimes. Not always. It's going to look like a mess. You're just going, oh, there's all this junk everywhere. You know what I mean? It's like your room being disorganized or something. It's just this huge mess, and you're not quite sure how to... It kind of scares you. You know what I mean? When you see this huge mess in the paper, it kind of like frightens you. You're like, oh my god. And a lot of people get really freaked out by that, I noticed, including me. I used to. And even still, really, I still do. But that's what I mean by the staying calm thing. Is you just stay calm, and you're like, okay, no, it's a mess, but I can fix it. Or I'm gonna take my best shot at fixing it. You know what I mean? That's just kind of one of those things you have to get used to. Is it will most likely not look good 60% through a drawing. It's just not done. Have you seen when people paint, right? When you paint, it kind of looks like a big mess sometimes. Not always. If you do it really systematically, it doesn't. I don't see any benefit to either way. I guess being organized is always the best way. But yeah, just kind of keep that in mind. It's always going to look through. It's going to be in that awkward stage. You know what I mean? Like when we all grow up. We go through that awkward, kind of weird stage, and then our head grows into her eyes or something. You know what I mean? Like it's just the awkward stage of the drawing. So, anyways, that's pretty much it. That's my little rant. Just kind of ranting about stuff. But that is something that's plagued me for my whole art career, is being afraid at that stage. Having that stage of my drawing freak me out. You're like, ugh, it's a huge mess, you know. But if I pushed that through that earlier, I think I'd be much better now. So I'm just trying to kind of pass that on right now. Don't be afraid. Keep working on it. Push through it. See what you can do with it. You know what I mean? You'll learn a lot from it. Thanks a lot, guys. That's pretty much it for today. I was just kind of like my little rant. So talk to you later.